Welcome back to Sailor's Wife Crazy Life, where we have an awesome mix of a little bit of military and a lot of bit of crazy. Join us every week for ups and downs, resources and tips, and so much fun. Come join us on this crazy journey. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Sailor's Wife Crazy Life. We are back today with Military Madness Part 5. You guys, we are coming slowly to the end of this session. If I look like I'm looking a little crazy at the camera, I did not put my contacts in and I didn't want the ring light in my glasses, so I just took them off, so everything is blurry from like here back. So I just wanted to start off this video, and if you guys don't want me doing this in the future, I will gladly quit. But I feel like being such a small YouTube channel that I feel like I should kind of give shout out to people who subscribe to my channel. And I'm so appreciative for everybody that has subscribed. I have, however, had 3 subscribers just in the last 2 days. However, I can only see 2 names that have subscribed to me. So I want to give a shout out to Diana's Life and Crew for Life. Thank you so much for adding me to YouTube, and I hope you guys get enjoyment out of every video that I post, and hopefully, you know, I can continue to get myself out there. I am so appreciative again of everybody who adds me, and y'all live the crazy life. We all live the crazy life. I think we just don't put it on YouTube, and this mama has no problem doing so. So also, in the beginning of this video, I have been talking to my best friend who now lives in California, and sadly, I do not get to see my godson as much as I would like, because they are on the West Coast. And you guys, I have on my shirt today. It says, it has a big dinosaur and a little baby dinosaur, and at the top it says, or at the bottom it says, Auntie-saurus. So, KK, Carter, if you're watching, TT loves you. I miss you, and I hope you're watching with mommy so that you get this shout out. Maybe one day when TT gets to come out and see you, you can be in one of TT's videos and be super fabulous like TT is. So, part 5, you guys. I have my cheat sheet. Got it ready. So, today, just really quickly, because I don't want this one to turn into a 15-minute sit-down video, this one today is going to be about military spouse careers. I myself have gone back and forth on this situation. I have had jobs. I'm now a stay-at-home mom. I would love to go back to work. However, it's just not working out for me right now. But the big questions are, what is it like working full-time as a military spouse? Here's my viewpoint on it. I 100% agree with the fact that, you know, if you want to be a stay-at-home mom, that's 100% fine. I'm a stay-at-home mom at this time because for us, it was the special job that I love to do is in-home healthcare. And unfortunately, it just doesn't pay quite as much as what I would love it to pay. And so, unfortunately, it was actually costing me more to pay for childcare than it was for me to stay at home. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish that, you know, I could do in-home health care because I love working with elderly. You know, some people, they can't handle that side of it, but I love giving those people something to look forward to, especially if they don't have a lot of family that's even involved in their life, which I have had to deal with in the past where the family just wasn't involved. And, you know, especially when it's in their last maybe 6 months to a year, last couple years of their life, I just try to make their life so fulfilling. It gives me such joy to fulfill somebody's life in their last, you know, kind of couple of years. And make them feel like they're loved and that they're well cared for no matter what the circumstance. So I 100% wholeheartedly believe that if you want to work full-time, congratulations to you. I hope that, you know, it works out great for you. I think it works out a whole lot better for people who don't have kids. And I'm not saying that there aren't women who work full-time that have kids, but I don't know a lot of them, especially military spouse-wise, that can work full-time unless you're just making really good money to be able to pay for childcare, because let's be honest, y'all, childcare is ridiculous. Like, I have no problem with saying that because we get paid on the 1st and the 15th and my son was going to a military daycare, we were paying $336 every 2 weeks for him to go to daycare. That was one of my paychecks, because I got paid about every 2 weeks or so. And so one of my paychecks, because I was working every day, but I was only working 4 or 5 hours a day. So one of my paychecks covered, you know, one payment, and my husband and I were splitting the cost of daycare, so not one or the other was fitting the full bill of daycare. So basically my bring home would be between $100 and $200 every paycheck, because I would have to take out at least $150 something to cover the half of my son's daycare. And it just wasn't helping us pay bills or anything like that. Literally, I was basically working for play money. And yes, it helped because I wasn't using our family fund. And I say play money as in like the few credit cards that I have that need to be paid that have nothing to do with my husband. They're completely mine. I've had them since before we met. And then, you know, maybe getting my nails done, getting my toes done, having my hair done, which I now do myself because my best friend, you know, of 20-something years lives in Georgia back home, and I don't trust anybody else to do my hair, so I call her up and I say, hey, what can I use on my hair? And she goes, go to this and this store and go get this and it'll work for you, and send me pictures, you know, before, during, and after, so that kind of thing. Anyways, off topic. So yeah, if you can work full-time, more power to you. I wish that I could. Like I said, it just wasn't conducive to us because we were paying more in childcare for me to work. And you know, there's absolutely nothing wrong with stay-at-home moms. I have gotten such fulfillment too out of being a stay-at-home mom for about the last 10 months or so, because I worked up until about April or May of last year. And, you know, I realized I was missing out on so much with my youngest, and I really don't want that to happen. And he literally only has about a year left before he goes into preschool. So once that happens, maybe I'll start trying to look for a part-time job. I do have technical degrees if you want to go that far, and I had to quit college due for unforeseen circumstances, so I would really like to go back to college and get my RN's license, and then at that point I can become a nurse and I'll start working from there. So anyways, second question is, especially for a military spouse who's a female. And like I said, I'm not gender specific. This is just personally coming from my perspective because I am the female military spouse. The biggest question that I get asked is what happened to female empowerment? Why did you give up your career to follow him? Now, and I say that with like disdain in my voice because that's legitimately how people ask me that question. They want to know why, for some reason, as a female, I would regress to the 1920s and leave my career to stay with my husband. Now, when I met my husband, I was a pharmacy technician, and I've told you guys back and forth that when I got out of the military, I was a pharmacy tech, and that's kind of what I stuck with for a couple years, and it just wasn't for me. I wanted to get back on the medical side of things and actually do hands-on work with patients. So I went back to the medical field. However, when I first met my husband, we were together for a couple months when I got my job as a pharmacy technician at Target, and I loved my job. It paid really good money. However, my child was being taken care of by a family member, so I wasn't paying for childcare there, and the bills that we had at our house were very minimal. Like, we paid for our rent, we paid for our gas, we paid for our electricity, and then any extra amenities that we had to have. So maybe cable or phone or internet or, you know, our cell phones or what have you. So our bills weren't astronomical like they are now. You know, just alone in cell phone right now, we pay over $200. Granted, we have 4 lines, but you know, our bills have gotten a little more outlandish now that we have older kids. You know, they have cell phones. We pay for phone, internet, and cable and that kind of thing, just so that it's like an extra amenity for me because I am at home all day. However, I did not give up my job to follow my husband. When we left from here the first time, because if you guys have seen my little son that sits back here, we have been to Dahlgren twice. Once for my husband to go to school, and then now he's actually the instructor at the same school. So, when we moved from here the first time and we moved out to California and he was stationed on a ship, I found out very shortly after leaving here that I was pregnant with my middle child, Sophia. And to me, all I wanted to do was just stay at home and revel in the pregnancy. I didn't get to do that with my oldest. I had to work through most of my pregnancy until we moved back up to Maryland, and I just didn't get the time to enjoy the pregnancy itself. I wanted to revel in that. And then, you know, unfortunately, shortly after my daughter was born, I went right back to work. Like 8 weeks later, I was back to work and working again because I just could not see myself being a stay-at-home mom. You know, I love to work. I have worked since I was 15 years old. My first job was Chick-fil-A, from Chick-fil-A to Kmart. You know, Kmart to, I was a manager at a party supply store. And then from there, I joined the military, and, you know, the rest is history, obviously. But, you know, I did not give up my career to follow my husband. Like I said, I did find out I was pregnant, so I didn't want to go back to work. I really do regret that sometimes, because I wish I wouldn't have given up that career path, just because it was good money and, you know, it would be something I could fall back on now. Now it's come to the decision where if I want to at least make some money right now, just to kind of help out with the family bills and stuff like that, I would then have to retake my course online, and then go take the exam, which I don't think would be too bad. But I've just been out of pharmacy for so long, and legitimately, you guys, like, there can be a new drug that comes out like every half hour around the world. Like, it is ridiculous how much you can actually miss when you're gone for even 2 weeks on vacation. So anyways, I did not give up my career. I do know that there are some military spouses that do give up their career to follow their husband, and I do not knock them at all. If you decide that that's what you want to do, and, you know, you want to start building a family and you want to give up that career so that you can build that family, to me, that is female empowerment, you guys. Like, whether or not it's working from home or working out of the home or being a stay-at-home mom, to me, 100%, whether you're physically working to make money or you're staying at home, building a family and creating an environment that is conducive to your kids, and on top of that, you're not paying outside of the home for a child to be in daycare, to me, that's still female empowerment, because in a way, you're helping your family by not shelling out $300 every 2 weeks, because that's still a bill. And if you're like us, who's trying to get out of debt, I really don't want to spend $300 to put my son in daycare, as much as I do believe he needs the child-on-child interaction. I don't want to have to spend $400 for him to get that. Like, I can find a mommy group here on base, which, I mean, I hope and pray to God I can, you know, at our next base, because they kind of stopped the one here. But, you know, I'll find a mommy group and I will find some play dates for my son to get into. You know, it is not that big of a deal for me to put him in daycare. But anyways, other than that, you guys, no matter what you're doing, as a female, male spouse, whatever you are, military spouse in general, if you're staying at home to help not have to shell out that money for daycare, I commend you. If you are working out of the home and you make enough money to support your family and to pay for daycare, I commend you, because no matter what you do as a spouse, you're either at home supporting your family or you're out in the workplace supporting your family. To me, either way, it's 50-50 balance, you know, 100%. You know, no matter how you do it for your family, whatever works for your family is 100% wholeheartedly what I agree in. So anyways, I appreciate all of my new subscribers. If you do not want me to put your name out there, I have no problem with that. Please comment down below and let me know if it bothers you guys that I put your names out there. I really love when new people comment on my videos. They add me as a, you know, they subscribe to my channel, and all you guys do for me is boost me up. You know, there's going to be more organizational videos to come, because we are 5 months shy of moving. Woohoo! So my next big task that you guys will see in the next couple of weeks is me going through my garage. That's always fun because a lot of it has to be set aside for my husband to go through because I do not physically know what he wants to do with stuff. And also in the next couple of weeks before we move from here, I think what I'm going to start doing after part 6 is done and over with, at least for the time being, so that I don't have so many sit down videos, I'm going to go door to door to all of these resources that are around us: Fleet and Family Services, Navy and Marine Corps Relief Society, MWR, ITT, and I'm going to start asking questions so that you guys have answers as to what they offer, what you guys can do at every naval base. And then when I get to Norfolk, hopefully I can talk to some people there, and I will also go by the housing office and let you guys know what the step-by-step process is of getting into naval housing. I'm pretty sure it's kind of reciprocated throughout the branches, but if it's not, I apologize. My sister-in-law is actually an Army wife, so I will ask her how it is with military housing. They unfortunately decided to move off base because it was conducive more to their family. But I will ask her what the step-by-step process is, or I will call up my brother-in-law and ask him, and I'll kind of get the Army side of it. However, I have one other girlfriend who her husband is Coast Guard, but they normally stay in Navy housing, so, and they actually own their own home now. So there's not a whole lot of people that I can ask, but I do have a few friends that are in different branches that I can ask around and see what all of the hype is about housing. So look forward to that. I'm going to start writing myself down a list of everywhere I need to go and the questions that need to be asked. Other than that, you guys, like this video, share, comment down below if you want to see anything else. Please subscribe and hit that little bell button to see when my videos become available. And as always, you guys, keep living the crazy life. Love you guys.